up? Money Brown, man. My boy Money Brown, he get a lot of money, so I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Yo, what's going on out there, Fight World? This your boy Money back with another one, man. And this one here is on the young stars, Gervonta Davis, Teofimo Lopez, and Devin, Haney. Teofimo and Gervonta Davis, you know, they going back and forth, dissing Devin Haney. As you can see what Teofimo say, and again, need I say more, undisputed lightweight champion. You see what he got. You might don't like it, but you gotta accept it looking ass. Then he come back and say email champion performance. Talking to Devin Haney on his performance last night, you know, against fucking Yurioka's Gamboa. You know what I mean? We all know that Tank has fought Gamboa, knocked him out in the 12th round. And, you know, Devin then was comparing their fight against Tank. You know, we see what Tank's saying right here. Telling him to hold up, he made more money than him, Tio, Lomachenko, you know, and fucking Leo Santa Cruz. You know what I mean? So, Tank throwing his shots at him. You know, Teofimo Lopez threw his shots at Devin. You feel me? Tank come back again and say, you know, he don't want to expose him about old girl. So, now Tank, you know what I mean, he getting into the man's personal life, talking about the little female and shit like that. You know how these dudes be doing, man. We got a couple dollars in your pockets. Niggas be passing females along and shit. So, I don't think you want to play that game talking about females. You know, Tank had a few hand-me-downs himself, you feel me? But Devin come back and say, they say everything, but let's fight. He repeat, they say everything, but let's fight. Now, we all know, man, from Devin Haney performance last night, you know, the backlash was coming. Let's just keep it 100 to keep it real all the way around the board. You know, with Devin going out there saying that he was going to knock Gamboa out worse than Terrence Bud Crawford, he was going to be the worse than Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to show that he's on a different level. You know, and he went in there and he had, you know, he pitched a shutout. He won every round. And Gamboa didn't take no punishment. You know, but, you know, Gamboa, he stood his ground. You know what I'm saying? Gamboa stood his ground. He fought Devin. Now, the fight wasn't that, like, it wasn't that a fast fight. You know, Devin only threw 200-plus punches and landed 88. I think Gamboa threw somewhere around 100 or something, 200 or something himself, and landed 66. So, it wasn't that much offense, in my opinion. It wasn't that much offense. You know what I mean? It was a boxing match that Dev, you know, went in there, outpointed him in every round. But, you know, when Dev came out and said what he said, and once you put those words in the air, and once you get to saying you're going to do this and do that, people are going to hold you accountable. And that goes for any boxer. Anytime a fighter go out there and say they go get a knockout, do this, do that in the third, and they don't do it, they get backlash. You know what I mean? So Devin gets no exception. But with him, he know his peers was watching him. He know that Teofimo Lopez, who just called him the email champ, the guy that he's trying to fight, you know, to unify, he was going to talk shit. And we knew Gervonta Davis, who everybody was comparing his performance against, you know he was watching, he was going to talk shit. You see what I'm saying? So this come with the territory. You know, Devin the man, he a big boy, he can handle it. But the fact of the matter is, Dev, you did bring up that you was going to go in there and do these things, beat him worse than Terrence Crawford and beat him worse than Gervonta Davis. And when you say those things, people are going to look for you to live up to that hype. You see what I'm saying? And you got to live up to it yourself. So when you get this criticism back, you gotta accept it with the territory, like I said. You understand me? Looking at the fight, I felt like Dev was going to put more offense down on Yurioka's Gamboa. You know, I really did, and he could have. You know what I'm saying? But Gamboa had veteran tactic moves that negated a lot of shit that Devin was trying to do as well. You see what I mean? So I'm not going to say Gamboa fought to survive like a lot of people trying to say. You know what I'm saying? I see cats out here saying Gamboa wasn't doing this, he wasn't doing that. But I can't say that, dog. I can't say that. Did he use a few veteran tactics to make it to the next round? Yes, he did. But at the same time, he was in there fighting himself. And I seen a few times, like I've been saying on my bro's channel, I seen a few times where Gamboa told him, come on, let's fight. See what I'm saying? So when you say those type of things there, you got to understand, if you don't go in there and get the knockout, you got to know what's coming behind it. You know, I felt like the team should never really put that out there saying, comparing this performance against Gamboa to Gervonta Davis' performance, because this is not the right opponent to compare. Whoever go do best against him. You know what I mean? You don't compare Gervonta and Tank. Gervonta and Devin against Yuriokas Gamboa. That's not the right opponent, bro. Let's say get a Ryan Garcia in there and both of them fight a Ryan Garcia or Teofimo Lopez or Lomachenko, somebody of that caliber, somebody that's still in their prime and that's gonna give resistance. That's who you compare him to. You know what I'm saying? But you can't do that against the Yuriokas Gamboa, otherwise you get this type of reaction. You feel me? Which we all knew Devin was gonna go in there and flawless victory this dude, win every round. You know what I'm saying? And he should have. He should have. Because it's not like Gamboa's going out there really in killer mode anymore. Gamboa just a stepping stone for, certain fighters to go out there in the showcase fight. Tank went up against him. He knocked him out in the 12th. A lot of people say, Tank got hit and he did this because he won rounds against Tank. That don't mean a damn thing, man. That don't mean a damn thing. Because at the end of the day, Tank performance was better than Devin performance. You can't deny that. You can't deny that. Even a Tank that wasn't on his best shit in that fight, it was still better than Devin performance because he got the knockout. You feel me? He got the knockout. Not only did he get the knockout, he dropped him a few times within that situation. A lot of people talk about Gamboa had one leg, one Achilles. Well, he got that fucked up Achilles and that fucked up one leg because Tank hit the motherfucker so hard he went back and almost broke his ankle. You feel me? So it ain't like it just happened in the ring. Oh, Gamboa was walking and he No, it came from a punch. It came from a punch. And last time I checked, when somebody falls and they come from a punch, it's a knockdown. So his fucked up Achilles or his fucked up leg, it came from a punch from Gervonta Davis. So Gervonta Davis created that leg to be fucked up. You see what I'm saying? But overall, when people try to compare it to Tank in terms of Crawford performance, they both knocked him out, bro. They both knocked him out. And knocked him down. So if we going off that logic, you have to say Terrence Crawford and Gervonta Davis looked it better against Yuriokas Gamboa than Devin did. But Devin performance and who Devin is, a fantastic fucking phenomenal boxer. He did what he supposed to do. Going there and outbox the shit out of Gamboa and make him look stupid. You know what I mean? But like I said, I felt like he could have had more offense in the fight. He could have pressed attack a little bit more, and he smothered some of his work in the inside. He smothered some of his work in the inside where he wasn't able to get all his leverage on punches. And credit for Gamboa from being in the inside, standing inside his chest, locking Devin up when he had to, and to make it to the next round. You feel me? So, I think Dev already knew what was coming. That's why his emotion was what it was last night when he was explaining what happened to his pops now when he was saying the name of the game is hit and not get hit, which is the name of the game. You do last longer. But I feel like Dev, I know he wanted to do more. I ain't gonna say I feel like anything. I know in his heart, he wasn't pleased with that performance. As much as he act like he was pleased with it, he wasn't pleased with that performance. He was not pleased with that performance. You understand? I can read it. And I give him a solid B. You understand? And that's just letting you know because he got so much more he can do in the ring. So I give him a solid B. I had homies talking about they gave him an F. Some people gave him a C minus, a C plus. You got my boy Max A gave him an A. But I give him a solid B, man, because at the end of the day, he did dominate the fight. He did dominate. He didn't take no punishment or things of that nature, which he was going to win the fight. So I give him a solid B because he could have done way better than what he did. You see what I mean? But nonetheless, man, Devin is still one hell of a fighter. And now let's get to these boys with the diss and all that shit. That's going to come with the territory, and we know this social media shit in the new age now with these young kids, man. They use that shit to promote themselves. They use that shit because it's a law of the land now. It's the way that you gather people in and get fans and talk your shit. And, it's just the entertaining world, but it's not real. It's not real. It's just a whole lot of shit talking, this, that, and the third. But now it's time for y'all boys to fight each other. You know, because like Devin did say, and I do agree, they say this, they say that, but let's fight. And he want to fight. So Teofimo, you can call him the email champion all you want to, you know, and you are the dog at the 135-pound division to beat. You know what I'm saying? But you got to fight him. You know you got to fight him. You can call him an email champ, and I'm this, that, and the third. Well, you got to prove it. You have to prove it. Y'all know Tank is my guy, but Tank, you got to fight him. You got to fight him. Y'all boys has to fight. You know? And I remember I said that if T.O. go up to 140, I won't be pissed off at him if he don't fight Devin. And I won't be pissed off at somebody for taking their career in their own hands and doing what they want to do. But if you want to talk shit about the man, you know, if you want to talk shit about him, then get into the ring and fight him. You see what I'm saying? Get into the ring and fight him. Same go for GTD, dog. You know? And I know Ryan Garcia's in the mix. I didn't mention Ryan Garcia in this video because I'm focusing on these three right now. Because I know Ryan and Tank, and that's a video that's coming. But these two, these three, I feel like these the best dudes at the division at 135. Ryan Garcia's right there, but to me, he's the weakest link in my opinion. You know, he will prove himself on December the 5th and see where he stands. You know, and see where he stands. But all three of these dudes, man, a lot of potential, a lot of skills. You know, the future of boxing, but they have to get in there with each other. One way or another. One way or another, they have to see each other. You know, whether us the fans, push for this shit heavy, you know, or the promoters come together and say, let's make it happen. You feel me? Let's make it happen. But they come out, they shit on Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? It's well deserved to Devin Haney because you left the door open for it. You left the door open for it. So now you got to deal with the shit that come in. But I do respect Devin Haney, a hell of a fighter. I do agree with what he say. Fuck all the talking, let's fight. He have been consistent on trying to fight all these dudes. So you got to call him a real dog and a real animal on that. You feel me? You feel me? Teofimo say he's ready to fight anybody. Well, Devin Haney is right there ready for you, champ. Devin Haney is right there ready for you. If Tank and Ryan Garcia get it on, Devin Haney and Devin Haney and Teofimo needs to be talked about and need to be made if he's going to stay at 135 pounds. And that goes for Teofimo. But we know Gary Russell is right there knocking on the door as well. So these boys got a lot of fights. They can mix and match with each other, you know, to make the 135-pound division a top motherfucker division. And it is right now. If they mix it up. If they mix it up. You feel me? But we'll see what these dudes do in the future, man. It's a whole lot of talking going on, a whole lot of laughing, a whole lot of shit talking. They got a lot of money, too. So they living their best life. Salute to all of them. But you motherfuckers got to fight each other. Y'all got to fight each other. And we'll see what happens in the future. Until then, this your boy Money. This the NSBC moving. Ain't nobody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to donate. OG Money on Cash App. Traptor52@gmail.com on PayPal. If you can't, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share the video. And y'all know what it is. Big dog status.